Welcome to my lesson plan for ICC 2601 lesson. My name is Christine and I'm here to give you a description and an intake on what I've chosen to include in my lesson plan for. I've chosen to do geometric patterns and for mathematics for grade 2. The lesson objectives, the learners will be able to identify the pattern and continue the pattern. Learners will be able to create their own pattern, and learners should be able to explain the pattern by using words such as what comes next, what comes after, and integrating ordinal numbers into the lesson. The ICT integration, learners will have a display of the pattern shown on the board. For the advanced learners, they'll be able to have a little bit more, and they will not need an exclamation, they can just carry on. So the learners will have a pattern on the board, and then which will be shown to them, and they need to recreate that pattern using Play-Doh. For the average learners, they will need an explanation. For example, we'll go through the shapes. What shape is this? What shape is this? What shape comes next? And then they'll say, for example, if there's a circle, a square, I'll ask what comes next. The learners will be able to tell me. For the learners who need a little bit more of an assistance, we will integrate and say, have the flashcard have the board in smaller for more visual close-up, and have them on their table so they can see it more clearly. Then the learners will create their own pattern on Word by using shapes or lines. So for the advanced learners, they'll be able to create their table by themselves. So for the average, we'll have a little bit more of a guidance and explanation on how to go through Word and how to insert the table. For the more learners that need a little bit more of assistance, the table would have already been done for them and just shown to them on how to go through step by step. The learners will be able to go talk about it and encouraging an PowerPoint presentation in a way to help them understand. As I mentioned before, the inclusive teaching, advanced learners will be able to identify without explaining, average learners will need an explanation, and those learners will need a little bit more of a one-on-one assistance. For this, the lesson will be learners to examine the content through a different type of medium. So instead of the worksheet type of all the time, they can have a visual, a different type of medium than writing it. They can do it on a computer and how to resize different things on that aspect, and also give a more visual and tactile aspects, and like with Play-Doh, and then using a mouse to resize and making it a little bit more broad in their aspects. Thank you very much for my presentation.